Continuation of the Superflex Real Quarantine Draft that I'm doing here on youtube.com/The Fantasy Football Show, and also on IG at The Fantasy Football Show. Fantasy State of Mind, we're going live with him, and we're going to get to this mock draft. We're not going to intro today because we're going right to the draft. Let me share the screen here, show you what we're dealing with. We made some trades. What's up, man?
What up, dude? How are you?
Pretty good. God, I don't know how you feel, but like even for guys like us, where we do a lot of internet. I do a ton of internet-based stuff. You do too. In videos, I'm doing good. I'm better than the average person. Like, I can't complain, but I think everybody's got this level of anxiety. Kids at home, all kinds of stuff going on with school, and text messages and phone calls constantly on school. Like, it gets overwhelming, man. It's like this is an overwhelming time for me.
It does, man. It does get nuts. It does get nuts, without a doubt. Why? What's up, Dom? Good to see you, man. You ready for this, man? I gotta ask you, how did you pull off this trade for Hollywood Brown?
How did I? You mean you like it?
I mean, whenever you can acquire a player with that much upside, absolutely.
Okay.
So, how'd you do it?
Well, I wasn't sure if you were going to approve of that. I think a lot of people aren't super high on Hollywood Brown like I am. I'll show people right here what we did on YouTube. But I traded my future first-round pick, which I believe is going to be not a top 5 pick or anything. I like my team a lot. 16-team league. I posted this team on Instagram, and I had a few people say it was fire, and I had a few people tell me, well, you might win in 4 or 5 years. They don't realize this is a 16-team league. Everybody's got pretty, thinned-out teams for the most part. But for me, it looks like you're on the clock.
I am on the clock. I am ready to pull the trigger on this player, though. I was crossing my fingers for him. So, round 7 just started, guys. So we had Teddy Bridgewater off the board. Jock Peterson, LA Dodgers player, went with Phillip Rivers as his first quarterback. Mike Williams is off the board. So what I'm going to do here, since I have Daniel Jones, I'm going to couple one of the youngest, highest upside tight ends to go along with him. So why not throw Evan Ingram to couple with Daniel Jones? What do you think about that pick, Smitty?
I like it. Yeah, I think this late you can't really go wrong. So let's take a look at our trade. We ultimately traded T.Y. Hilton and Evan Ingram for Terry McLaurin, right?
Yep.
Is how we can look at that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I like that. And to be completely honest with you, I totally screwed this up yesterday the day before when we were trying to decide whether I made a mistake with that Terry McLaurin trade. The guy I wanted was Hollywood Brown. I didn't know he had already gone until we got off the live.
Oh, no way.
That's who I was hoping I was going to get, and I wouldn't have got him.
That's crazy, dude.
So
that's why you pulled the trigger and made that trade.
Yeah, I 100% would, in hindsight, do that trade again. I just thought that Hollywood Brown was going to fall. That was this trade right here. Let's see if we can pull it up. So it was McLaurin right here at 6.45. No, wait, what was it? 6.2. Yeah, so I traded for McLaurin in that slot, and I gave him my next 2 picks. And so, yeah, so, but as for the Hollywood Brown move, I didn't know if a lot of people would like that move.
I like it.
I love it. I absolutely love Hollywood Brown. I think Hollywood Brown, to me, let me switch this around. Hollywood Brown, to me, is like, there's a lot of unknowns and uncertainty yet whether he can stay healthy. He's kind of a little guy, but I feel like he was hurt all year last year, and you could use that as a negative. You could say he's going to be often injured. You could say that we're timing out here, Jordan. Is that what we've come?
He's on too.
Is that what we've come to, Jordan?
Oh, Jordan!
And he gets Drew Lock.
He gets Drew Lock. Not bad as an auto when you're in desperate need of a quarterback. So
yeah,
it could have been worse.
It could have been way worse for him. But Hollywood Brown, to me, he's in the best situation. He's the number one wide receiver for the number one or number two Dynasty quarterback. He's on a team that can move the ball down the field. They're not struggling to get first downs and throw the ball down the field. He scored, I believe, 8 touchdowns in his rookie year when he was hurt pretty much half of the season. He had the Liz Frank injury, whatever. They took a screw out recently. They're saying that it would be, he might miss OTAs or be kind of, still healing from OTAs from that screw removal, but the screw being removed isn't like a big deal necessarily. I don't think it's going to cause it. So to me, I traded my future first rounder for a guy that I think could be a low-end wide receiver 1, but high-end wide receiver 2. What's up, Alex? And I think that could be amazing for this team, which already has Mahomes, Drake, A.J. Brown, Jerry Jeudy, DeAndre Swift. I traded the picks that Hilton and Evan Ingram went at. Those are not my players. I got McLaurin over in State of Mind's category, and then I traded for Hollywood Brown using my future first rounder and a ninth rounder, I believe.
Yeah, exactly, man. I like the pick. I mean, let's not forget Marquise Brown was the 25th pick in last year's NFL draft. The dude is explosive, downfield threat on an explosive offense. So I think it is worth it, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Kareem Hunt is now off the board. My guy Dom just went with Phillip Lindsay. Fantasy Tap pulled the trigger quickly on Will Fuller, who is, as of right now, the wide receiver 1 for the Houston Texans. And then looks like we have a traded pick coming in here, so we'll see what happens here. Should be pretty interesting, man. What are you thinking for your next pick? You got to wait a while.
Yeah.
Can you disclose at least the position of what you're looking at?
Let's see. So I have to wait. What's my next pick? I don't.
All the way back. The 813.
Yeah, 813. Yeah, I don't know yet. Kareem Hunt would be a guy I would have looked at, so I don't know if Deep Ball wants to make. I'm giving out picks, bro. I'll give you my second rounder in 2021, my third rounder, and this 8.13 for Kareem Hunt. If you want to wheel and deal, Deep Ball. That's how I roll. That's how I roll, man. I feel like I offer good trades. I feel like I overpay. I make people happy. I get my guy, and I give up a little too much to get the deal done, but I give in spots that I feel comfortable about. Like I feel comfortable about giving up extra picks because I feel like I'm going to have the depth.
High risk, high reward. Smitty, you got a question coming in from Ryan Bronner. Smitty, do I trade CMC for A.J. Brown,
Galladay,
Hollywood Brown, and the 1.3 in a rookie draft?
So trade Christian McCaffrey for what?
For A.J. Brown, Hollywood Brown, and the 1.3 in a rookie draft.
I mean, no. You could argue that side of getting all that is a good value. If you're rebuilding, it could be really good, especially if you land like Jerry Jeudy, let's say, but then you have no running. I don't know. McCaffrey to me is just worth keeping in that scenario. I just feel like you're.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good haul. I love AJ Brown. I love Hollywood Brown. I love, JK. So if we threw Swift in there, Swift, Hollywood Brown, AJ Brown, maybe. What do you think? That's a lot.
The trade isn't bad, but I would prefer to keep the 1.01 in
1.0.
fantasy leagues.
1.01. He just said Christian McCaffrey.
No, I mean, Christian McCaffrey.
Oh.
The
The one I see. I thought you meant the rookie pick. I was like, what? Wait a minute. The rookie pick's the ball.
All right, I'm on the clock already, man. We are kind of moving here. All right, Tyreek Hill, Leonard Fournette, Daniel Jones, Ryan Tannehill, Mark Ingram, T.Y. Hilton, and Evan Ingram. I have a couple people here on my queue. I'm thinking about going rookie. And I'm also debating whether to take Cam Newton and just see what happens with that situation, which is kind of interesting. We will see. I have a minute and 20 seconds to make a decision here. So far, I got 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, and my 2 quarterbacks. So let's see what we got here. I'll throw it up in the chat. What do you guys think about going Cam Newton here? Is Cam Newton someone you guys would invest in the 7th round of a Dynasty League with all the unknown variables, or would you go somewhere else? All right, let's take a look. All right, guys, hang on while I'm zoning in here.
I'm proposing a trade.
You're already making moves?
Who is it that took Kareem Hunt? I think that's a good offer.
So I'm going to go with a rookie pick here, and I'm going to go Henry Ruggs out of Alabama. I'm going to go ahead and secure some youth on my team. Hopefully he lands in a pretty solid spot, but I decided to go with the youth pick here.
Henry Ruggs, I can't blame you there. The Clyde pick I like. Christian Kirk's okay. I think it was a lot different, when Hopkins wasn't on the roster. Mecole Hardman I kind of like. I'm just kind of going back. Again, deep ball threat. If you want to wheel and deal, you can have my next pick, which is coming up, and my second and my third rookie picks for 2021. They're yours for the taking. All you got to do is take a guy you may have been contemplating anyways at that 8.13 that's coming up.
Oh, man. Looks like Cypher's Robert. I sniped you with the Ruggs pick. In all rankings, if you look at Fantasy Pros and across the board, Henry Ruggs is a top 10 rookie pick. So I am happy with that selection. Hopefully that goes well with T.Y. Hilton and Tyreek Hill. And we'll see what happens here.
What's up, Alex? What's up, Kyle? What's up, JP? What's up, Corey? What's up, Elgin? What's up, Kyle? Nice to see you guys here. Odell's overrated, says Corey. What do you think about that statement?
That Odell being overrated?
Yeah.
He's still a 1,000-yard receiver, even in a crappy situation. I don't think Odell's overrated. I just think he's a product of his environment, and right now his environment isn't very good. So
yeah,
I think Odell's still. I think he's going to be a value. He's falling into the middle of the third round in some leagues. So
yeah,
we'll see. Fighting words. I hear you, man.
So let me review the teams real quick. And I was doing this on my other live when I was doing a mock. So I'm going to give the air horn and the negative sound with these teams. So here's if I see a top 5 team, I'm blowing the air horn. McCaffrey, Galladay, Wentz, Ertz, CeeDee Lamb, Mostert, Teddy Bridgewater. I'm not feeling that as a top 5 team. I like it, but I'm just not feeling. I'm feeling like it's slightly outside of the top 6 range, but it has upside. Like, let's say CeeDee Lamb blows up right away, or let's say Mostert's the guy everybody in San Francisco thinks he could be. Let's say Wentz is way better than I think. You're one move away from being that team. But currently, actually, you're fringe. We'll go, this is the fringe sound. Barkley, Juju, Kelsey, Carry-On. I don't like the Carry-On pick. I like the Thielen picking away because it balances you out. But Jock Rivers was not. He escaped a little bit because at least Rivers is starting. Like he may be okay, but I think because he didn't take the QB position seriously in the 2 QB Superflex league, it's hard to put him in that top. So I'm gonna say fringe for him. Charge, and if you need to interrupt me at any time, I can continue after you have whatever you have to say.
While you do that, I am going to be making my pick, man. So
okay. Mike Thomas, Aaron Rodgers is, it's Dynasty, but it's Superflex. It's so hard. It's 16 teams, so it's so hard to say that's a bad pick. Aaron Rodgers has 2 years left, in my opinion. People are crazy when they say he's done. He just had a bad year. Injuries hit that team pretty hard, and they changed directions. They ran the ball more than ever. They rushed for an extreme amount of touchdowns we can't expect them to do in 2020. No replication is going to be there in 2020 in terms of rushing TDs. So guess who's going to throw more? Aaron Rodgers. But I don't like the Gurley pick. The Connor pick's interesting, but I don't think it's great in Dynasty. So I'm going to say, unfortunately, Charge. Okay, my squad. Let me get the air horn ready. Pat Mahomes, Kenyon Drake, A.J. Brown, Jerry Jeudy, DeAndre Swift. I didn't take Hilton. I did not take Ingram. I traded both of those slots for McLaurin, and I traded my future first rounder for Hollywood Brown. Okay.
All right, Smitty, let me pause you there. I was debating going Cam Newton with the pick before. Decided to go Henry Ruggs, high upside rookie receiver. I still landed Cam Newton on the way back. If Cam Newton lands with the New England Patriots, he could win me the league. So I'm going Cam Newton. If he lands with the Chargers, I still like that as well. will be signed, and he will be a starting quarterback for some team. So whoever that team's going to be, Cam Newton will have fantasy value. He finished as the top 5 fantasy quarterback for, I don't know, it was actually 6 out of the last 8 years. So give me that Cam Newton upset.
Yeah, I mean, look, Tyreek Hill, Leonard, this is your team, right? Tyreek Hill?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill, Leonard Fournette, Daniel Jones, Tannehill. Again, I talked enough about this already, but those people that weren't on the live on the last show, I feel like when you don't go QB early, it forces you in like the 4th and 5th round. When there's still guys like DK and like Judy and J.K. Dobbins and Swift, you're forcing yourself to take quarterbacks that you probably I don't want to say will regret taking or anything like that, but there's not like you don't walk out super excited you got Tannehill as your 4th player, right? But so like that's the only thing that worries me when you don't go QB early. But Mark Ingram was a great like recovery pick. I feel like he doesn't have a ton of dynasty value, but he could still be like a top 12 running back for sure for one more year. He could also fall off, but I like the Ruggs pick. I like the Newton pick just to kind of protect you at QB here. And then you also got, who were the 2 picks? Hilton and Ingram in the trade we made. So you're fringe for me. I'm not gonna say top 6 yet, but like if let's say Daniel Jones becomes as good as I think, and let's say I'm wrong on Leonard Fournette, then you're top 6. So you believe in Fournette, I don't. That's the difference. But past that, I mean, I like some of the moves you made.
I think it's solid, man. I think the roll of the dice on Cam Newton could be very beneficial from both a trade standpoint and a revolving starter. So I think it's going to be fun. So I like the team. And I'm not super excited with it as well, but I think it could get the job done for sure.
Okay, so for ciphers, it's going to be hard to do this one, but like he's got Lamar because he traded Lamar, Odell, and then. Good Lord, where are your picks? I don't even. Yeah, I had to pull up the team page.
It's all over the place.
Yeah, because you made trades, so it's hard to evaluate your team. We'll pull that up later. I don't want to leave the screen. Mentor's up, and again, same thing with him. He didn't have these 2 picks. Mentor had Eckler, Josh Jacobs, and Matthew Stafford, and then Mentor took.
That Stafford pick was the one that threw us off.
Yeah, I didn't like that pick, no offense. But then Drew Brees. So that was a pretty good pick there. Brees was valuable, I think, there, even though he's got 1 or 2 years left. But it's just in this league, 16 teams, 2 QBs. I got to start looking at who I want. I don't know.
No, for sure, man. You got to start looking at that. So, Smitty, somebody made a really good point here in the comment section. Who was it? Where'd it go? Somebody mentioned the fact that would you have taken Tua over Ryan Tannehill? What about you, man? Like, would you have taken Ryan Tannehill? I mean, Tua over Ryan Tannehill? Looking back at it, because I haven't made that.
I don't know, man. I mean, Tua looks pretty good, but Tannehill was really good for a string of.
He was a top 3 fantasy quarterback.
Yeah,
I don't
think people are giving him enough credit. So. That's a tough one. I mean, I maybe would have went like Tua because I would have, because of the dynasty appeal. But Tannehill could have, 4 or 5 years left. Like, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Ryan Tannehill is safer if you want to insert that guy when you know he's going to be in control of that system on a high-powered, really, really good team. I think Ryan Tannehill is the pick there. But interesting comment. Cam Newton has potential on the Chargers. Man, I hope he lands on the Chargers. That'd be great. It is on Sleeper app, by the way, if you guys want to know what platform we're using. Sleeper app, very easy to use, very customizable. You can pause the draft, resume at any time, switch picks, pause the draft, and make a sudden pick of trades, and it's overall a good platform. When you guys get to my squad, pull up the team in the window. Daniel Jones over Tua. There you go. Guys, drop in the questions if you guys have fantasy questions or questions in general. We will be here.
Who am I going, guys? Who am I going?
130 left, man.
Austin Hooper is available. Fant and Hawkinson are both there. Those aren't bad picks. At wide receiver, it's getting a little thin. And then at running back, Penny, Coleman, Free. It's getting thin, man. There are a couple guys I really like that I'm not going to mention.
Mm-hmm.
But,
no, you're right. Running back position is shallow for sure.
And who do I have so far? I even forget.
Damn, Smitty, you got a minute left, man.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm up? Oh, I didn't know I was even up.
No. My bad.
Oh, my God. You scared me.
Dude, that would have been brutal. No, it's Mike.
Okay. I was like, who am I going, guys? Yeah, Kyle, I'm kind of thinking that. I won't say out loud what you're saying, but I'm definitely thinking the second. Who's left at QB? Because I do potentially need a QB. Haskins is there.
There's some QB options.
Some of the rookies.
I really like that Tyler Higbee pick. Again, with the departure of Brandon Cooks, lean on him.
Akers is gone.
Emmanuel Sanders as a New Orleans Saint is off the board. Solid pick there by Mike. Jordan is up. Don't auto draft Jordan. See who he's got.
I have a guy in mind that I really I really like.
You don't want to mention it too soon though. You got one player ahead of you.
Yeah. Kyle, that's what I'm thinking. I can't wait. I can't wait on some of these guys though, guys, because I'm not picking for a little while.
Yeah. Shout out to Allen's Air Conditioning for trying me in here. Dylan and Dom, the co-managed team. Nice pick with OJ Howard. I agree. That was a sleeper pick too because he was hiding in the rankings a little bit. So good job by you guys.
This is not a mock, Ocean. It's a real league. It's a real Dynasty 16-team Superflex 2 QB. Oh, Superflex. PPR Dynasty 16-teamer. So 6 points per TD pass too.
40. What are your thoughts on Jordan Howard, starting running back for the Miami Dolphins?
Not a fan.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dylan. Not a fan.
Henderson went right. Darrell Henderson, yeah.
He did? Oh, yeah. Someone sniped him early.
In the 5th round.
Yeah.
Running.
That looks like you last year.
Yeah, running back wise, I don't know. I feel like who took it was a deep ball threat took Emmanuel Sanders. Deep ball, are you listening? I'll give you this pick.
Dude, Jordan it says that he's on, but he's gonna auto draft again. Come on, man. Come on. Alright. Tyrod Taylor. Ooh. Man, his 2 starting quarterbacks for Jordan's team. Drew Lock and Tyrod Taylor. Watch out. I
definitely could use a running back here, but I just feel like there's nobody, like a
Lions running back. Man, no, I'm not a big fan of Lions running backs.
I'm kind of thinking. I guess I'll say it here because I know he'll go before my next pick, but Justin Jefferson is who I'm thinking here. I think he could be out of all the what?
He's the 4th highest rated rookie on Fantasy Pros.
Yeah, I just feel like if he's in the right spot, he could be, the wide receiver 2 in this entire draft class. So I'm probably going to roll with Jefferson. You guys have any other? Yeah, PS is psychic.
That's definitely going to wrap up your receivers, man. I think you're done at receiver at that point.
Yeah.
You got so many good receivers, high upside, young.
Yeah, and that's what I love. That's what I love to do in a dynasty league too, is build off of wide receivers. But I've done that by still doing building at other positions, and that trade helped. I think I'm gonna have to go Jefferson. There's nothing else I can see here that makes sense.
I like it. Boom, boom, boom. Done. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. Who was the pass catching running back for the Detroit Lions for like 7 years?
You're talking about
There's like 3 years where he caught 80 passes. Guys, if you guys know the answer to this, drop it in the comment section. Pass catching running back for the Detroit Lions. He was there for like 6 years. He was a great PPR running back towards the back.
Isn't it weird how two people?
Shout out to Sanchez, 22. Theo
Riddick. Oh, Riddick. Yeah, Riddick. Okay.
Yep. Good job.
I was thinking of a bigger name player. I'm like, who is
Yeah.
he? Who is he thinking of? But Riddick, I forgot Riddick did that well.
Yeah, good job. Everybody's chimed in there. Yeah, Theo Riddick was solid. I like that guy.
Who's left at QB? Not a lot, but we'll see. We're ending after we're doing one more round, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then we stop it. We're doing 3 rounds a day to keep you guys busy. It wasn't Abdullah. Abdullah didn't do well for a long period of time at all, if ever. Abdullah could have been good.
Who remembers the Abdullah hype train after that Week 1 preseason against the New York Jets, where he pulls he just breaks ankles after ankles after ankles, and then his ADP went from like 9th round to 5th overnight.
Yeah.
That was insane.
You remember, what was it? His name Charles Rogers for the Lions?
Yeah.
He was going to be like the next top 5 wide receiver, man. Kept breaking his collarbone. He was special. He had that like Chris Carter feel or something. You know, just something about him. I felt like this guy, if he could stay healthy, and he just couldn't stay healthy.
Yeah. Daniel, if you have a question, drop it in, man. Sorry.
Kyle says big name Lion running back, laughing his A off. LMAO on that, he says. Yeah.
That was the last good running back from the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, but I think he was laughing because big. Did you say big name? I don't know.
Big name. He's a huge name. Theo Riddick. Watch out.
Theo Riddick. Big name Theo.
Did you ever own Reggie Bush as a Lion?
I did. I was excited about him entering the league. I mean, who wasn't? He's very, very exciting.
Yeah.
Such a good college player. And but you know, he that's what worries me about smaller type backs. You know, like Kamara. I worry a little bit. I love Kamara, but I do worry a little bit.
Yeah. Ooh, shout out for that Ryan Fitzmagic pick right there. My guy Nate laces out fantasy football with Ryan Fitzpatrick. What's up, y'all? Appreciate it, man.
I like that.
Have any?
I like that pick.
Gurley, top 8 running back.
No.
Thoughts?
No.
Smitty, answer that one.
Absolutely not sports. No way.
Jock, dude, get 2 quarterbacks already. He went Austin Hooper, but he already has Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
All right, just approve that pick.
Hooper's pretty good value, but like I'm not a big. I don't know why everybody's so high on Hooper. They act like he's a top 4 lock or something, and I just don't. I don't feel that. I don't feel that way at all.
Who's the new starting quarterback? The new starting tight end for the Atlanta Falcons?
Who?
Tony Gonzalez. I have no idea. It's a question that deserves to be answered because whoever is the tight end in that offense is Hayden Hurst. Thanks, guys. Man, we are killing this.
Yeah, our memories are going, dude.
I may have spoken too soon on the Hayden Hurst because that is actually a sneaky pick. I wouldn't be surprised if he's off the board in the next few picks.
I would be surprised if they took a rookie.
Yeah. I don't know. Hayden Hurst has some upside as well. So we shall see. LT Charge, who are you going with?
Yes, ball is life. You wait on that. But the thing is, I don't draft until the 10th round. I don't have a. Let's see. Do I have a 9? Yeah. So my wait isn't that long. I just missed 1 round.
What do you think about Deshaun Watson to the Patriots? What? Is that a rumor for real?
People are still spewing that.
There's no way. There's no way that's happening. Lou Sanchez, I have the 1.11 in a Superflex tight end premium dynasty startup. Who should I target with a 1.11 in a Superflex tight end premium dynasty startup?
I mean, if Kittle or Kelce are there, that's not a bad option, obviously. But premium tight end league, Superflex, I probably, if it could be a QB, then Mahomes or Lamar are there. I target those guys, and if they're not there, that means Kamara, that means Cook or Elliott dropped. So.
Take the premium position, so definitely highlight your tight end and quarterbacks as the top that you require, and if neither are available or look appealing, then you go with the next available option, which best running back or receiver at that point. Yeah,
what's my official team? My official team, let me see if I can go out and go to...
You need another quarterback coming in from Allen's air conditioning.
Yeah, I do. I
have Cam Newton for you if you want him. Next year's first rounder.
It's weird how it doesn't show you your team right away.
Well, there's the Q section, the roster, and the chat. If you hit, it lines it up nicely.
Where at?
Here, look. Yeah, here we go. So you got your queue, right?
Okay.
And then you got your roster.
I hate the web version of this app for whatever reason. I feel like it's...
I like it. I think it's smooth. This is my team. Daniel Jones, Leonard Fournette at the starting running back, along with Mark Ingram, Tyreek Hill, T.Y., Henry Ruggs at receiver, Evan Ingram, Ryan Tannehill at the super flex, Cam Newton chilling on the bench as an upside play. So I think my roster is solid. Again, not flashy, but I think it just gets the job done.
Look at this. Yeah, no, actually, this is good. I didn't realize the Q piece of it was that useful. Okay, so look at this, guys. On screen, I had a few people saying, "What is my team?" Mahomes. This is I can't stress enough. A super flex 16 team, 6 points per TD pass. Who's timing out?
Jordan again.
Damn, Jordan.
Antonio Brown. He just auto dropped it.
I don't know if that's good or bad, man. To be honest, who knows? You know what? Now that DeAndre Hopkins got traded to the Cardinals for a ham sandwich, anything can happen. Antonio Brown could return. Who knows? But my team, my team, 16 teams, Superflex, 6 points per TD pass. Mahomes, Drake, Swift, AJ Brown, Jerry Jeudy, Terry McLaurin, Hollywood Brown, and I'm not done. Justin Jefferson at my Superflex currently. So I have all my lineup spots full, but tight end and kicker and defense. But that's a phenomenal starting lineup, I think, dynasty-wise. I don't think you could say maybe I'm a year away, but I think I can compete right away. I totally disagree with any comments about this squad dropping it like it's hot right away.
Well, you have some players that just can completely dominate.
Yeah,
you have others that require some waiting time. But I do think your top 3 picks in Patrick Mahomes, Kenyon Drake, and A.J. Brown deliver top 5 at the position upside. So,
yeah, and Swift and Jeudy and Jefferson alone, those guys, like having one of those guys, one of Jeudy, probably 2 of Jeudy, Jefferson, and Swift, probably 2 of them are going to pop. And if that happens, man, that's like having like a second-round player, you know, if you're doing a startup the next year. So
keep in mind, Smitty, like it does take historically, about a year for these rookie receivers to develop. Only Michael Thomas and Odell Beckham Jr. as rookies have finished inside the top 12 over the last 5 years. So you're rolling the dice in thinking that a rookie can finish inside the top 12, but quite frankly, you don't need them to finish in the top 12.
Well, I wasn't saying.
25, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm not saying they'll be top 12. I don't know if I worded something wrong that sounded like I was saying that. Running back wise, I think Swift could have a great shot at being top 10 for running backs. I think Jeudy, I think, is one of those wide receivers that could be top 15 as a rookie. I really believe that.
I agree.
Depends where he goes.
Mentor went with Gesicki, which is a solid pick. High upside there. We'll see what our boy Nick Pretzels does here with his pick in the 9th round. Are we closing out here, Smitty? I think so, right?
Yeah. Big dog. I don't know if I needed to. I'm trying to be gentle and kind during quarantine time, but Diggs or D Hopkins, I might have to play the Take a Lap song.
Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap.
Diggs or D Hopkins? Come on, big dog. I've trained you.
Obviously.
I've trained you better than this. I'm not saying Diggs won't surprise and be a beast, but we're talking about rounds of ADP difference. Rounds, not 1 round difference.
Definitely not Diggs over Hopkins.
Yeah, not rounds different or round different. They're rounds different.
Good to see you, man.
So the answer is no.
Nick is debating this pick here. I'm actually kind of excited because I had a few players lined up in my queue that I did not believe were going to fall all the way back to me, but it looks like they have.
Big dog, thank you for the sense of humor on that. I've had some people, they like when I do that, they like leave and they never come back, and I'm like, come back. You know, I'm playing with you. I do go at people a little bit, but look at Big Dog with the smiling emoji. He's good. He's tough. He's built the fantasy football show tough. This isn't a mock, Justin, so no, another mock's not coming. This is a real live Super Flex Dynasty Draft Startup 2QB or Super Flex PPR 16-teamer.
Keep breaking the roster, Smitty.
Keep what? Oh, breakdown? Yeah.
My boy Dom wants you to rank it, so go to the 1.7 Trojan 04. Give me a breakdown of the team.
Okay, 1 point. Let me click on this here.
Ooh, I got sniped.
Here, let me go over here. 1.7.
Yep, Trojan.
Okay, Kamara, Russell Wilson, Amari Cooper, Keenan Allen, Devontae Parker, Jimmy Garoppolo, Lindsey. That's good. I'd say you're definitely fringe. I don't know that I could anoint this the top 5, so we're gonna go with the fringe sound. But
It's definitely top 5.
That team?
Yeah. I mean, like, you got 3 top 12 potential top 12 receivers. You got Alvin Kamara, who's obviously expected to bounce back.
It's good.
Wilson and Jimmy G, solid.
It's good. I'm saying like it's right there with the top 5 to 7. I don't know that I could in a dynasty. I don't know that I'm super excited, and that's just me. I'm down on Cooper a little bit. I don't know. I think he's going to disappoint in the long run.
You're so down on Cooper.
I know, but you're so high on him. I just feel like
I'm just on him. Like, I'm not high on him at all. I just think he's
and Keenan Allen. I like Keenan Allen in redraft, and I like him in dynasty at the right price, and this is pretty good value.
Keenan Allen here. Watch out for this.
Devontae Parker. So here's my question with this team. I like it, but my questions with this team are more so like, there's a lot of question marks with Devontae Parker. What happens if Fitz goes down? What if they don't draft the right rookie QB? Miami's horrible situation in general. And this guy was gone for how many years? Devontae Parker is not young or a spring chicken. He's been missing for literally his whole career, and Fitzpatrick is the only reason he's come around. I like him. I'm drafting him when he falls to this kind of value. It's good value, but it's Cooper, Allen, and Parker together because I have questions about all 3. All of them together don't excite me as much as some of these other teams. So it's not that it's a bad team. I just like some other teams better. So fringe for me.
Okay.
Chubb.
Hey, before you go into the next, what are your thoughts on John Brown? John Brown is someone who was top 12 for the back end of the 2019 season. He really did well in Buffalo last year. What do you think about John Brown now that Stephon Diggs is in town? Do you think that hurts him or benefits him?
I think it can't help him. I mean, he was the main guy. He got over-targeted for a reason, and I think that I still like him a lot, but not as much as I did or would have if he was the number 1. So, if he fell in my lap like at the next pick, I'd definitely consider him if he had fallen in my lap, but I don't think I would be like, he wouldn't just be an automatic pull the trigger, I'm drafting him.
Okay.
But, there's upside.
Okay, I got 30 seconds left to make a pick. I'm actually going to go rookie quarterback in this situation here. So I'm going to pull the quarterback that has the highest upside that I believe is going to land with the Chargers, Justin Herbert. Welcome to the team.
Welcome to the team. Where am I at? I already ranked your team. I ranked mentor. I think I'm on. Let's go 1.14. So this team right here, 1.14. Godwin, Miles Sanders is just way too high for me. I'm not calling him a bust. I just think there are better players I like better, so I think that hurts a little bit. And then DK feels about right, but I like him a little bit later. But that's almost 4th round, you could argue. So, I think just the combination of Sanders, DK, and Sutton make it feel a little bit lacking. Like, I feel like this team just missing one player. Like, if they got another player in trade or they pick up like the next elite Chark off waivers or something, then this team is in the mix. But for right now, given the other teams, not because I hate it, but given right now, no, whoops, wrong noise. That's his current ranking.
Let's just cut to, who do you think has the best team so far through 9 rounds?
Not including my own team. You got to pause this.
No, man, you can't include your own team. About to pause the draft. Boom.
Okay.
Solid 3 rounds, gentlemen.
If I can't include this masterful looking team right here, it's so handsome. Look at it. If I can't include that team, which doesn't include the Ingram and T.Y. Hilton pick, I might add. I'd have to say, who did I just like light up with the horn earlier?
I mean, the 1.17 was the Kamara Russell Wilson team.
I like where Jordan was headed until he auto drafted himself out of contention, but no. I mean, J.K. Chark, Kittle, Julio, even though I like other players better than Julio, if you mix in the team he has, Elliott, Kittle, Chark, J.K. Dobbins, and then you give him Julio, a little bit of veteran leadership that has 1 or 2 years, I think that team's definitely top 3 or 4 to start, but I don't know how it's going to shape out now because he's auto-drafted and he has no depth, so I like that start a lot. I don't know deep ball. Who's deep ball got? He's got Matt Ryan instead of DJ Moore, I guess. Is that what that deal was? And then what else did he get? I'm confused.
Yours is so hard to look at because you've made so many trades.
You have to decipher.
Yeah. So he went Lamar Jackson. That's a good team. Lamar Jackson, Odell Beckham Jr., Matt Ryan, and then he went Devin Singletary. Shoot, then there's another trade. I don't know. Then it went Tyler Lockett.
I like Tank's team a little bit. I don't like.
Team, Rob.
I don't know if I love. Let's see. Let me go to Tank.
Top 5.
Where's Tank at? Tank Force.
Yeah, Tank was the one that went 3 straight running backs.
Yeah, so I if he didn't go Mixon, because I'm not a big Mixon guy, and Aaron Jones is risky in itself, even though that's great value, you have 2 players that could like completely, fail you in 2 years, in 3 years. I just feel that way about Mixon. I feel that Aaron Jones is, a 1 or 2 year like monster, and then he vanishes. Look at Devontae Freeman, number 1 overall player, essentially. He goes in the next year as a top 5 guy and falls flat on his face. I'm not saying Aaron Jones hasn't been in the league and shown a lot of upside for a while now, and we're excited about it, but he's definitely a candidate to fall on his face, for sure. So if this Tank Force team had different running backs there, I love the Taylor, I love the Brady and Roethlisberger picks, and I don't know.
So Smitty, our guy here, I think Yurcho is how you pronounce it, 44. He's in the draft. He says if you click the team at the very top, the icon, it highlights the players that they've selected. So it makes it a little bit easier.
Okay. Let's do that with...
Cool.
Let's do
Thanks
that.
for that hack, man. I appreciate it.
Let's do that with... Boom, that's good. That's a good feature. I do like some of the sleeper features. I take it back.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I take it back. So he has Eckler, Jacobs, Stafford, Breeze, A-Rob, David Johnson. I like that team. That's pretty good. Hold on. Now that we know that, let me just...
Yeah, now we can...
Let me just click. Oh, look at that team! Holy Are you kidding me?
Who?
Mine.
You? You again? Dude, Smitty, look how many trades, dude. This is insane.
Look at this. Look at this team. Look at that.
Dude, you have the youngest team in the history of fantasy drafts.
Yeah, I do. Let's go. I'm going to click on Cypher's team now.
Cypher's is solid.
Here, since you're showing the thing, I'm going to flip around so that someone can see one of us.
I got you.
Okay, so...
I got you on the Cyphers, but Lamar Jackson, Odell Beckham Jr., DJ Moore. Oh, that's where...
Yeah.
I think you could have done... Rob, if you would have gone Amari Cooper ahead of DJ Moore, I think that would have...
I like the highlight.
Really
I like the highlight feature. Who told you about that? I like that. Give him a plug again.
Our guy here.
Yeah.
Yurcho 44.
Okay. Nice job, 44. Attaboy.
Devin Singletary.
You know what?
Sony Michelle.
What's weird is it's really hard.
Like this pick.
It's really hard to determine whose team is the best because everyone's so spread out. 16 teams makes it so hard. You really makes it a competitive. I love the Eckler Jacob start. I don't love the Stafford pick. The Breeze pick's okay in this format, but I don't love the rest of his team. But he started out amazing. Laces has Henry, Devontae Adams, Cooper Kupp, Carson Waller. That's a very sneaky team that could be top 6. I don't like the Mac pick at 3.8. I like Mac in redraft, but Mac's going later in redraft than he went in our draft.
Right.
So I don't know if I love that pick, and I hate the Baker pick, and I was high on Baker. So take a lap me. Take a lap me. Now coming back full circle to Trojan. After seeing everybody else's team, I'd say
He's a top
I'd
five.
say definitely top 5 or 6 because I thought I was gonna find better looking teams, but in a 16 teamer it's spread out.
So give me your fair evaluation of my team now that you've seen it. I am hoarding quarterbacks in some ways because I have 4 on my roster. But what are your thoughts on the team looking back?
I think you're fringe because you're going to be dependent on Fournette being what I think he's not, and you're dependent on Daniel Jones being what I think he will be and being what you think he will be. And if you have one thing explode, then I think you're in the mix. But Tyreek Hill, Leonard Fournette, Mark Ingram, and then really not a ton of wide receiver depth. Oh, you have Hilton too, but he's how many years does he have left? It's tough to say. But I think that's a tough team to, like, if you don't have a few things happen, I don't know what happens to your running backs and wide receivers 4 years from now. But you could trade one of these quarterbacks. Maybe Herbert becomes some stud and you're able to get a running back or wide receiver that was drafted 3 or 4 rounds ahead. So, I don't know. I would say, I hate to do it. But I'm going to give you the fringe sound. I'm sorry. Or where was that?
I'll take a fringe.
Fringe. At least I'm not giving you this sound.
Take a lap. Take a lap.
Yeah, I know.
No, Jock, for not taking a quarterback early, Jock.
Take a lap. Take a lap.
Sorry.
You gotta take a lap, though.
Take a lap, Jock.
This is where I think teams with 1 QB are screwed. Dom, you make a very, very good point. Teams with 1 quarterbacks. Let's just play this out. Teams with 1 quarterback, Smitty, you have virtually nobody to pick from. Like, Mitch Trubisky is the highest rated quarterback up at this point. Dwayne Haskins, Derek Carr, Joe Flacco, Jalen Hurts.
So I think I'm in the. But you could so you could say that. You could say that. It's a good point on its face. Like, you're making a good argument. But the counter to that is look at your running backs and wide receivers. In a league where you're starting 2 running backs, is it 3 wide receivers and a flex or 2 flexes? I forget.
2 receivers.
2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, a flex, right? Or is it 2 flexes?
It's 1 flex and then a super flex.
Okay, so super flex, a flex, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and you're.
I essentially have a starting lineup right now. So if our starting lineup were to go head to head, I mean, Leonard Fournette, Mark Ingram are my 2 starting running backs, and I got Tyreek Hill, T.Y. Hilton, Henry Braggs, and then Evan Ingram. And then I have Ryan Tannehill at my super flex.
So my point being my point being not that we could argue whose strategy is better there, but my point being is I'm doing the kind of reverse of what you're doing. I have, I believe, guys that will turn into like 2nd round talent, and I could trade them for a quarterback if I want to.
Yeah.
You're taking quarterbacks in hopes to potentially trade one for a wide receiver like I'm grooming or something. So I think we're both kind of taking the opposite approach, and there's no way somebody doesn't want to trade for Jerry Jeudy down the road, or a Swift, or Justin Jefferson if he gets in the right spot. So I think I'm going to be fine, and I've got a couple tricks up my sleeve. You don't worry about me.
You're probably going to be negotiating here in the next 24 hours. So.
I'm negotiating with you right now, and you don't even know it.
Okay.
We just made a trade, and you don't even know it yet.
All right, it looks like I got Pat Mahomes for Cam Newton. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. All right, Smitty, I'm going to cut short a little bit today.
Yep.
We knocked out the 3 rounds. Any last words before we jump off?
If anybody would like to print out my team, put it up on their wall for, quarantine motivation, just to look at something positive, I'm fine with that. I won't hold it against you. It's understandable. That's all I'll say. What do you?
Once this thing is done, to compare the teams, I think. Yeah.
Last thing. So I traded my 1st rounder in 2021. I traded my, 6th, 7th, and 9th rounders. So I traded my 1st rounder, future 1st, my 6th, 7th, and 9th. Do you think that is worth McLaurin and Hollywood Brown? I believe it is. I believe that's a home run for if you put those 2 trades together.
I think if you would have given up a 2nd rounder for next year as opposed to a 1st, it would have been. But like you said, you had to reach a little bit. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I know you'll negotiate back, so it'll be fine.
I think if you threw, given that I believe I will have a late first rounder, even though I have a young team, I think they're still going to dominate in this spread out 16 team league. Like literally, I go through the rosters and I don't feel like I'm going to be that far behind on some of my younger positions that need to groom and become. You know, like I know Justice Jefferson's going to struggle at first, or maybe he won't, but maybe he will. But is he going to?
You know what, Smitty? You know what this has done? Because we're drafting rookies before they get drafted, this is going to make the NFL draft so much more interesting.
Yeah.
We're going to be so dialed into our guys.
Yeah,
This is going to be fun.
imagine if Justin Jefferson lands in the best spot, you know.
I know,
You know,
right?
or so. You know,
I honestly think one of these top receivers is going to land in Philly. And I think that's going to be huge because they're in desperate need of a receiver. So whether it's Ruggs or any of your guys, I think that's going to be huge if they could land with Carson Wentz.
Yeah. So if you're me and you're looking at a team like this, you don't see like the value like Swift, Judy, and Jefferson, and we'll leave Hollywood Brown and McLaurin out of this, even though I could argue the same thing about them, but they're sophomores. But between Jerry, Judy, Swift, and Jefferson, do you think I land a top 15 overall player out of those three?
Yeah.
One.
Yeah, I think it's Swift.
And do you think there's a potential to have two top 15 overall players out of those three?
Swift this year, but next year we could be looking at one of those receivers popping into the top 15.
I feel like it's worth what I believe is going to happen with those three players that I got. I think two of them will develop that good, and I think McLaurin or Brown will as well. I think it's worth maybe. I don't think it's a for sure. Maybe sacrificing 1 year of falling a little bit short for that kind of domination, but we'll see. I don't think we're going to have trouble keeping. The reason I went youth-based more than like a mix of doing veteran leadership with youth-based, and I'll let you go, and I know you got to go, is because I believe we'll keep this league going pretty easily because if we have a vacancy, people will die to get in it. So I think it'll be a long-term league. Let's keep it going. Let's not let this die.
Keep it going, man. We will definitely, if any of these rosters fall off, there's definitely some takers out there.
Yeah, well, you could get a replacement in like 10 seconds. I could get one in 10 seconds as well right here. Any one of these guys would jump in and grab one of these teams, I'm sure. Right, guys?
Yeah. All right. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you for the Smitty world out there.
Yeah, follow State of Mind.
The Fantasy Football Show.
That's right here, thefantasyfootballshow.com. And if you need to see my team, I'm okay with it. Just look at it, return it when you're done. All right, later, man.
Later, man. Bye, guys.
All right, that's State of Mind. Go follow him on Instagram at I have it right down here, the fantasy football State of Mind on IG. There you have it. Pat Mahomes, Kenyon Drake, AJ Brown, Jerry Judy, DeAndre Swift, Hollywood Brown. I'm trying to point to it. Hollywood Brown, Terry McLaurin, Justin Jefferson. Yes, I lost 2 picks along the way and my future first rounder, but boy was it worth it. Jerry Judy, AJ Brown, give me a break. Justin Jefferson, you have to be kidding me. DeAndre Swift, Kenyon Drake, Patrick Mahomes. I couldn't be happier with this team. I could not be happier. I'm ear to ear happy over this team. Ball's Life wants the first orphan team. Jock fell off round 3. Yeah, Jock. For those that don't know, that Jock is what was it? Round. What pick is it? Jock is pick 2. He's a professional baseball player for the Dodgers. Left field, I believe, is Jock left field. So we have a celebrity in the draft, and he didn't draft a QB until round 7. Take a lap, Jock. I appreciate you, brofist Jock, but you got to take a QB in a super flex before that round.
Take a lap. Take a lap. Take a lap.
Take a lap, Jock, because it's what you do for a living. It's no big deal to you. All right, guys, I'm out of here. See you later. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Stay quarantined. Listen to everybody. Go follow Fantasy Football State of Mind on IG. He's good people. And make sure you subscribe, follow. Let's go. More mock drafting all week, all month, really. In quarantine, mock drafting is my responsibility. I put it on my back. I just mock draft on IG for a good full hour. until IG ended my live stream we were on so long. Mock drafting. It's my job